Biltong, South Africa's iconic dried meat snack, is more than just food. It's a piece of history. Known for its bold flavor and tender texture, it began as a survival necessity for Dutch settlers in the 17th century and grew into a cherished cultural tradition. In this video, we'll explore how biltong evolved from humble beginnings into a global sensation, celebrated for its taste, health benefits, and the story it carries with every bite. South Africa is a land of diverse cultures, breathtaking landscapes, and a unique culinary tradition that has captured millions' hearts and taste buds worldwide. Among its many gastronomic treasures, one stands out not just for its flavor, but for the rich history it carries with it: biltong. This iconic dried meat snack is more than just a food item. It is a testament to ingenuity, survival, and the fusion of cultures. The origins of biltong are closely linked to the early European settlers in South Africa, mainly the Dutch, who arrived in the Cape in the mid-1600s. These settlers, known as the Boers, brought their culinary traditions, including methods for preserving meat. Life in the harsh South African wilderness was fraught with challenges. Food could spoil quickly in the heat, and refrigeration was centuries away from being a practical solution. As they ventured inland on their great treks to escape British rule and establish their settlements, the Boers faced the daunting task of sustaining themselves over long journeys. Inspired by European preservation techniques, such as drying and curing, they began experimenting with the resources available to them in the South African environment. At the same time, they also learned from the indigenous communities who had long been drying meat to make what they called biltong, a term derived from the Dutch words bil, rump, and tong, strip. The basic process of making biltong has remained essentially unchanged for centuries. Strips of meat, often beef or game like kudu and springbok, are seasoned with a mix of salt, vinegar, and spices and then left to dry in the air. This method preserved the meat and enhanced its flavor, creating a portable and nutritious food source for the Voortrekkers, or Boer pioneers, during their long journeys into the African interior. Adding spices like coriander and black pepper reflects the influence of the Cape's diverse cultural heritage, blending Dutch, Malay, and indigenous culinary traditions. Over time, biltong became more than a survival food, a cultural staple. Families developed their spice blends and techniques, and making biltong was often a communal activity, bringing people together for a shared purpose. For generations, biltong remained a quintessentially South African food, deeply rooted in the local culture and lifestyle. It was enjoyed at home, during sporting events, and as a snack on road trips. However, its rise to international fame was a slower journey, primarily tied to the movement of people and the growing interconnectedness of global markets. During the late 20th century, South Africa's political and economic isolation under apartheid meant that its products, including biltong, barely reached foreign shelves. However, as the country transitioned to democracy in the 1990s and rejoined the global community, South African expatriates spread worldwide, taking their love for biltong. At first, biltong's international presence was limited to niche markets, catering to South African communities abroad. Small shops and online stores specializing in South African goods began popping up in countries like the United Kingdom, Australia, and the United States. These businesses often produced biltong locally, using imported spices and traditional methods to replicate the authentic taste. Over time, word of mouth and the growing popularity of South African cuisine introduced biltong to a broader audience. The snack's unique texture and flavor quickly differentiates it from more familiar dried meats, like American jerky. Unlike jerky, which is often smoked and heavily flavored with sweet or barbecue-style seasonings, biltong is air-dried and showcases the natural taste of the meat, enhanced by subtle spices. This difference intrigued food enthusiasts and health-conscious consumers alike. As biltong gained traction outside South Africa, it began to appeal to a new generation of consumers looking for high-protein, low-carb snacks. The global fitness and health movement played a significant role in biltong's rise, with many marketing it as a cleaner, healthier alternative to processed snacks. The paleo and keto diet trends, particularly, embraced biltong for its high protein content and lack of added sugar, which set it apart from many other snack foods. Fitness influencers and dietitians began recommending it, further boosting its popularity. As significant food brands started noticing, this was a turning point for biltong. In recent years, companies have begun mass-producing biltong for mainstream markets, introducing it to grocery stores, gyms, and even upscale restaurants worldwide. While biltong's growing global popularity is a testament to its universal appeal, it has also sparked a renewed appreciation for its traditional roots. In South Africa, the art of making biltong is still alive, with countless small producers and family businesses keeping the tradition alive. Farmers markets and specialty shops often showcase biltong alongside other iconic South African foods, such as droewors, dried sausage, and boerewors, a type of sausage. These local producers take pride in using high-quality, free-range meats and time-honored methods, ensuring that the authenticity of biltong is preserved even as it evolves. Today, biltong symbolizes South African culture, representing the country's resilience, innovation, and sense of community. It is a food that bridges the gap between tradition and modernity, finding new ways to stay relevant while remaining true to its roots. The story of biltong's rise to fame is not just about the spread of a snack, it's about the connections it creates. From the dusty trails of the Voortrekkers to the bustling streets of London and New York, biltong carries a piece of South Africa's history and identity. As biltong continues to gain fans around the world, it is clear that its journey is far from over. The snack that once sustained pioneers in the wilderness has become a global phenomenon, celebrated for its unique flavor, rich history, and cultural significance. Yet, for those who grew up with biltong as a part of their daily lives, it remains more than just a snack. It is a reminder of home, shared moments, and stories passed down through generations. And for those discovering it for the first time, biltong offers not just a taste of something delicious, but a glimpse into the heart of South Africa. In this place, tradition and innovation come together in every bite. So, whether you're a lifelong fan or trying it for the first time, know that every piece of biltong carries a history as rich as its flavor. A snack born out of necessity has become a beloved treat worldwide, a valid South African success story.